Welcome, dear ones. We are pleased to be here at this time to do and be a part of this healing meditation. So let us take a moment to pause, to connect, to be with you all. Whether here in this current moment of time or an eternal moment of now. And let us say, we're here with Vicky's higher self, Orion, and a divine collective Arya, with the higher realms, the angelic realms, Melchizedek and the order of Melchizedek, the councils of light, the cosmic light beings, and the Christed beings of light, the ascended masters, the elemental and crystal kingdom, and all the kingdoms of heaven. And you may invite your higher selves and your divine collectives, your guides and those who walk with you in spirit, in the non-physical, in the higher realms, to not only support you through this process, but to add and bring power to this healing meditation. And we do not pretend that overnight things will immediately turn into a peaceful situation for all. And yet we know that we will add to the energy and vibration of peace. And we will lay into the crystalline grids this vibrational frequency for those to access, or all who wish, and all who wish to receive, and add to the collective prayers and energy, both over and under and through Afghanistan. For it is a powerful part of the world, rich in minerals. And so the mineral kingdom very much wants to play its role in the supporting of Afghanistan and the healing of Afghanistan, of the land, of the people, whether one person at a time or through the collective consciousness, and we say all at the same time. And so let us begin. We ask you to join with us as we first move into the crystalline grids. And as we open the crystalline grids under Afghanistan, through the mineral kingdom, the elemental kingdom, supported by Mother Gaia herself, by Father, Mother God, and the earth made manifest, and the elementals work through the energies of the land. So we call upon the four elements earth, air, water, and fire. And so we call on the element of ether or spirit, which is that which we bring, to join with us. We call forth Melchizedek and the order of Melchizedek, Father, Mother, God, and all the companies of heaven, to first bring healing to this land, we call forth the divine energy matrix of Sophia and the Christ of light, to begin to merge with the crystalline grids, to integrate and connect, depending on where the energetics of a particular place and all that is unfolding. And so we declare all that we are doing to be in the best and highest good of all concerned, and that only what each individual receives is according to their free will, supported by their higher selves, as we are connected to the collective I am. And through the collective I am and the stellar gateway chakras, Archangel Metatron, each may then freely choose what they receive, whether on a conscious or unconscious level, chosen by their soul and their higher being. So Archangel Raphael brings through his emerald ray of healing, and we have Saint Germain and the healing angels of the violet flame, bringing through the violet flame to all who require it of their free will and in their best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. Moving into the earth to release, dispel, transmute, and alchemize energy has been held within the earth. Anything of pain or of darkness, to be transmuted, to bring healing. And so the councils of light approve and work through this healing according to each individual soul's wishes, and to be received freely by Gaia and by the entire mineral kingdom, held in the treasury of Afghanistan, that is the treasury of the earth. the gems, the tourmalines, the emeralds, the rubies, the sapphires, the diamonds, the aquamarine. Bring forth all the divine rays of light as held within the earth, awakening in their consciousness. Kunsai. Supporting the collective grief. And so we know there are people praying for help and support. And so we send this energy freely to them. Prayers for freedom and safety. Prayers for peace. Prayers for compassion. Prayers for freedom. To lend the support of all those asking for help, praying for help, to move forward into the highest solution that is held in potentiality for the people of Afghanistan. That moves through the collective I am. Knowing that what affects one affects the all. Calling forth the power of the One, the Divine Source Creator, Father, Mother, God, is within the all, and each and every one of you. And the power to create what you envision. From the arc of time, in your physical time-space reality, empires have fallen, and dictators have fallen, and governments have crumbled. And yet there are those lands in the same spaces, lands, countries, nations, where people now thrive. And so we call upon that thriving of that future time when all is peaceful, when all is loving, when all is compassionate, when all are free and all are safe. And we call forth that time to be energetically linked into the internal moment of now, for all to access, for all to hold the vision of, for all to make manifest through your prayers and intentions, affirmations, and your envisioning. Without the vision, you may not create. So we call forth that vision for you all to behold, a land abundant with riches, with freedoms, with compassion, growth and expansion, and a grand evolution. It will be a beacon of light across the globe. And so may each soul who is in Afghanistan now have access to this grand vision. And if they do not have access to the grand vision, may they have access to a pathway for their own safety, freedom, love, compassion, and their own divine power. So this energy continues to move through the crystalline grids and supporting the peoples of Afghanistan and all who are there within the country, calling forth that Christ's light and that divine energy matrix of Sophia to all who willingly wish to connect with it. And so by the grace of Father, Mother, God, so they may receive, according to their free will and their best and highest good. I know that this is not the only healing that will transpire for Afghanistan, and these are not the only prayers and intentions and envisionings, yet we add the great soup of energy that will support the well-being of Afghanistan and her peoples. According to free will, so be it. May you all And may each individual soul within Afghanistan remember their divine power, knowing that those who have access to the divine power do not abuse power on a material plane in any way, shape, or form. So we do not, when we speak of power, we do not speak of abuse of power, but the access to the power that creates worlds. It is the creative power, the divine power within all that we speak of. So those who cry out for healing, we send them healing. And so those who cry out for relief from their pain, we ease their burdens. Those who are the helpers, the earth angels, supporting others, we give them strength and sustenance and the vision to find the way for the creative solutions for all concerned. And we repair through the solar plexus any distortions regarding power, regarding violations of boundaries to personal and energetic, seen and unseen, known and unknown. Supported by the divine flame. The flame of Hestia. And the great mystic rose. See 9 white roses. Coming forth from the one. Moving through the land of Afghanistan to clear and absolve all that needs to be cleared and absolved in the best and highest good of all concerned. So Archangel Metatron brings forth his diamond white ray of light to add to this purity, this purification. And a divine flame. Placing prayers of protection over all who seek protection. So according to their own free will and their own soul's desires, that is seen by their higher selves and the divine I Am. They may receive the grace of Father, Mother, God, and a veil of protection. And supported by the ruby red ray and the sacred warrior of Archangel Honiel. And the best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. Moving energetically through. And as this energy moves through, more may have access to it. As the gold and emerald rays with the sapphire and magenta move through the land, the people, spaces, according to the best and highest good of all concerned. We anchor in the energy of peace and well-being for those ready to access this energy. And is held within the crystalline grids for future times in the eternal moment of now, when people come into their readiness. We think of it as a time capsule. It is held and reserved for them, energetically speaking, and to receive as they're ready to receive, and the perfect and divine timing for them, according to their free will and the soul's desires. And so comes forth the violet ray, to move through the crowns of those that are and will be to come, ready to receive. Know that you contribute to the peace of all. When you find peace within yourself, know that you help others find and rediscover and reclaim their divine power when you do the same. Know that you support others in accessing freedom and safety when you exercise your own. Thus, you support the collective movement towards freedom, towards empowerment, towards safety, and towards love. So do not see yourselves as powerless or small. Or unimportant. You're connected to the collective I am, and through your own healing, your own empowerment, and your own raising of consciousness, do you support the raising of consciousness, the freedom and empowerment for all. And while this may not seem to make any difference on the ground in Afghanistan, we declare that it does do so. And while, of course, it is the human action that also creates the power and the freedom and the safety. So may you be inspired to contribute in your human action. And so we also support those who are on the ground in their human action to create freedom and safety and empowerment for all. And they may very well be focused on safety at this time. And that is very well that they should do so. So let us support their safety. Let us support the voices of those who are speaking up in what is happening and transpiring in Afghanistan. And let us support their safety and their empowerment and their freedoms. Freedoms to speak. Freedoms to declare their rights. Even if it is their right to flee a dangerous situation at this time. Know that there are legions of angels supporting these earth angels and supporting all the peoples of Afghanistan. And miracles are transpiring and have transpired and will continue to transpire. So we hold the hearts of all those who are grieving Send this healing directly into their hearts, lungs, and bodies. Throats, supported by the sapphire blue ray and Archangel Gabriel. So the sacred dragons moving through the crystalline grids, breathing their fire to purify the energetics of a space, of a land, of a country. The perfect divine timing of that space, of that area, of that country. In the best and highest good of all concerned. Moving through the mouths of those speaking up and out, those reclaiming their voices. Whether in Afghanistan or from Afghanistan and across the world. And all who are ready to receive, receive. All who are ready to allow, to allow. And through the Christ of light, to shower upon all the peoples of Afghanistan, both within and external to the country, according to their free will, in the best and highest good of all concerned. As this moves into the crystalline grid, supported by the golden ray of light and Archangel Sandalphon. So this energy, this healing, this envisioning, and these intentions are anchored through the crystalline grids for all to access and to receive when they are ready and when they allow, according to their best and highest good. And we say to you, keep to this vision of peace and safety and freedom and empowerment, love and compassion for all, a beacon of light, so that whatever drama is unfolding, know that this vision of this future is coming. And as you envision it, so you make it. So you contribute to the energy of it. So you may be inspired to action to support it. Now, as members of the collective of humanity, you are not separate from the people of Afghanistan. And these blessings and prayers for them are also for you and for all. And so it is.